want to get through to some people's opinions. And to those watching right now, if you're in the live chat, are you Team Will or are you Team Chris? And maybe give me why and discuss amongst yourself. I'll read a couple of the comments in a minute, but we got to get to some of what people sent me. So I had quite a few people respond, and we're going to be responding to these back and forth. So I've got, and this was quite often, I won't be able to get to all of these, but Chris, someone says Chris because he's a comedian, he was making funny jokes. And that's something that I got to say, like, before I get to all the rest of these opinions, I've seen a lot of people equate this to, that's what you have to do. You're supposed to stick up for your girl, whatever. If someone disrespects your girl, that's what you need to do. But what I would like to push back on is that this is not whatever fucking bar, like tavern that you're chilling at where some random guy starts.
This is national television.
Well, it's different if me and you are, if I'm at a bar with McKenna and somebody that knows her or doesn't know her, whatever, starts disrespecting the fuck out of her, talking out of pocket. We don't know them. They're not a comedian. They're not being paid, whatever. First, I'm not gonna start an altercation because I'm not a dipshit, but that would be warranted. But it would be warranted in a situation like that. This is a guy who is, in my opinion, and we'll get to all your guys' opinions in a second. This is a guy who is being paid to be there. He is literally a professional comedian.
Doesn't he have a script as well?
Well, I believe.
Shouldn't he have like a script or something like? Follow this.
It's a teleprompter. Yeah. He has jokes. These jokes are pre-written. They're ready to go.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you think someone would have looked over them?
They
or
did.
At
I
least
believe.
Made sure that he didn't do that.
Oh, I believe they did look over them. And so I don't
hope so. Otherwise, someone should be fired.
And I think I think they should be promoted if they did, because it's the Oscar. People care about the Oscars now, and they didn't 2 days ago.
That's what I'm saying. Is like we should give our how we feel about it first before we answer those. But like, here's how I feel about it. Like, yeah, he's like me and making a joke, but he's also, and then Smith is also protecting his wife. At the same time, it's like, I see both sides of the situation here. Like,
you're a centrist.
He's doing his job.
Okay.
He's making a good joke. He's protecting his wife. Neither one's really at fault. They both have a good motive or a good reason for what they're doing. It's like no one's more at fault than the other. They both made a mistake on national television, but neither one of them outdid the other.
Here's what I'll say.
They're on the same level with that.
I don't think it's to say that they're on the same level. I think would be sort of rewriting.
They're just as at fault. Like,
I don't think they're just at fault. I think you could make an argument that maybe they both share some blame, but I don't think that Chris is nearly as in the wrong as Will is in this case, in my opinion. And that's the thing too. Some people were sending me messages about this. Were very passionate one way or the other. I don't really care that much. This is fun. This is entertainment. This is hilarious.
I'm the same way. I don't care anything about the mass media. Bunch of like this happens. It's like someone got punched on national television.
Yeah, but it is funny. And the reason I agree, I think that Chris, in my opinion, is not really doing anything incorrect, is because I've had people bring up, well, she has alopecia, like she's losing her, like that's a disease and all these things. One, he may or may not have known, and that doesn't make it okay. Doesn't make it. It's just the thing is, like, you cannot expect people to know everything about you if they're making a joke. Secondly, he is on stage being paid to make a joke at your expense. So you're a public figure,
you're
expected
sitting in the front row at an event like that. You have to expect something.
Kind of expected to take that on the chin, in my opinion. But I do understand, and I know people that have maybe that disease. I know they were very much like, this is ridiculous. This is bullshit. Blah 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 blah. Now I've some other people's opinions. We've got some people on Instagram saying, who cares? It's all publicity. Someone else says, Team Will. Why can't we just be happy that something entertaining happened? I agree with that.
Oh my God.
At least something fun happened. If that's why you're Team Will, I guess. If it were Ryan Reynolds defending Blake Lively, everyone would praise him.
Ryan Reynolds defending anyone.
I disagree with that. I think anybody getting on stage and slapping somebody else at a joke is a little silly. You got to be able to, in my opinion,
but
take that
we're
joke.
also talking about Will Smith versus Chris Rock. Will Smith is a lot stronger than Chris Rock.
You think so?
At least in a fight, I'd put my money on Will Smith.
Yeah, in a boxing match, I think.
But that's what I'm saying is, like, Will Smith can punch harder than Chris Rock. He wasn't trying to hurt him. He was trying to say, know your damn place. Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah, but I don't think he has the right to do that. Is what I'm getting
There's
to.
no intent to harm. Just like what I did in high school. There's no intent to harm. It was basically just like, hey, watch what you're doing. Like, don't. Come on.
But I just think being a bigger person means you don't have to get physical with somebody. If somebody doesn't know their place, like if you're saying like they're just not getting it, then I just don't associate with them.
Yeah,
right?
if
So
it
it's
was
like,
me, I would have just took what he said, kept it in the back of my mind, talked to him after the show, after everything's all said and done, and be like, hey, come on, man.
And so Arsenio Hall has this quote that is, everybody will forget a bad joke. Everyone forgets a bad joke, but nobody will forget a bad attitude. So it's like, if you really thought the joke was that bad or that out of line or that out of pocket, I am sort of on the side of that, where had you not reacted like that, I probably wouldn't even know what joke it was because no one would have gave a fuck. People would have been mad about something else.
We wouldn't be talking about it now, would we?
Exactly. So I want to get to a couple more of these. Team Chris, end of the day, all jokes, if everybody reacted like that, we wouldn't have stand-up. That's very true because most jokes are at somebody's
comedy
expense.
Comedy has hit a point where everyone complains at a joke. I'm like, how is a joke funny if it's not making fun of something? Like,
true. I mean, I to somewhat agree with what you just said there. We've got, I think it was deserved, but not on stage. That's similar to what you were saying. We've got here says, this is a 3-parter. It wasn't the first time Chris made a joke about Jada back in 2016. I did read this somewhere else. Chris made fun of Jada. He made fun of her for boycotting the Oscars due to a lack of people of color. And it was also just a low blow. Joke about something she did do to a condition. Oh, she didn't do or a condition. It was a corny and he had it coming. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people very much think he deserved. I don't think physical violence is ever necessarily.
Yeah, like
there are very few times. I'm not going to sit there and be like, and say that and then something happened later down the line where I feel like that I get that worked up. But I feel like most of the time, especially in the case of a joke. Yeah. If somebody says something, even if it's a really mean joke, the worst thing that you can do is escalate that with violence.
Well, that's the thing is like that's like someone making a cancer joke with me. Mm-hmm. Like they just no, that's you don't joke about that sort of thing. Like that joke crossed the line. Chris Rock is in the wrong for that. Will Smith is in the wrong. But you're not going to
hit him upside the head with a bat.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Wait, like he's in the wrong for hitting him. He could have discussed it after the fact. No one would have known about it. Yeah. And then, like, it just would have flowed over like nothing. Like, Chris Rock is just fine. He made a joke. He crossed the line. He's at fault for that.
Well, and the thing that
And then Will Smith is at fault for throwing the punch. But that's what I'm saying. They're both at fault.
We can't use the punch, but yeah,
but they're both at fault is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can't really say they're more than the other because, like, the joke is equal to the slap. Like it's the same sort of thing. It's the same degree.
I think that the joke is a lot less, a lot more professional than the slapping in front of everybody at the Oscars.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
So I don't think they're equal, but I get what you're saying. That there's a little bit of wrong in both of them.
He was wrong for saying it. He was wrong for hitting him about it.
Do we know if he even knew? Because that's the thing too, where it's like I have mental health issues, right? If somebody made some sort of joke about my mood or something like that, and they don't know, I'm not going to sit there and be mad at them because how are they supposed to know what I have? I don't know.
It's Hollywood, man. Everyone should know everyone out there.
That's not true because everyone has their own world and their own problems they're going through. So I don't know that he knows. If he did know, then I do think that would kind of adhere to that argument that you're making that a lot of other people that sent me messages were making. But if he didn't know, then what are you going to say? Because if he doesn't know somebody has that and he's just making a comparison that she looks like this other character, whatever, I don't think it was that deep. And I think maybe she took it in that way. And there's been a lot of great memes about this that are fantastic. But we've got another one that says, Team Oscars. Not saying it was staged, but the Oscars yearly views were going down and this helped them out. I agree with that. And a lot of people.
I saw the difference in the numbers. I'm like,
a lot of people.
This is bad publicity for Will Smith, but overall, I think it helps them all.
Yeah,
because like Will Smith's name is back in the media. It gives him a good chance to get in their whole movie because people are talking about him again.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like people weren't talking about it. He's up for a fucking Oscar.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like
he won an Oscar later, 20 minutes later.
That's what I'm saying. Things like this help them get new roles and new stuff because people want to see more of him.
I don't know about
from
new
stuff
roles,
like
but I do
this.
think yes, publicity. I'm sure he'll sell some more of his book and stuff like that. Now we've got some other messages from people. Someone says can't really say till you walk in Will Smith's shoes, and is this even worthy of a conversation? This is a comedy podcast, topical, guest driven. So yes, it's worthy of we've talked about a lot dumber. So yes, this is definitely worthy of conversation. And I don't think I will say this. I heard Charlamagne the God say something like this. There is probably some shit going on with Will and Jada, or whatever, or not even maybe with both of them, just in Will behind the scenes. Because there's no way that joke would set you off unless there was some other.
I heard a rumor that Chris Rock slept with Jada as well.
I don't
I
think
don't
that
know
happened.
about that, but I heard it and I funny. I don't know if it's true, but I saw it on there, and
I gotta say, dude, you're the only person I know that still uses iFunny. Respectfully, I mean that respectfully. I don't know anybody. But
that's because the app went from clean to dark to darker to what the hell is going on.
Maybe that's why you should get off, man. You gotta take a break.
It's addicting. Like once you get into it, it's like I can't get over these fucking jokes, dude.
We've got another one. Team Chris, gotta learn to take a joke, especially. Can I read this whole? It won't let me read this whole thing. Okay, here we go. Team Chris, gotta learn to take a joke, especially if it's coming from a comedian in all caps, and also fuck Jada. Okay, that's not my words, Jada, but yeah, I mean, she is embarrassed. Like she has gone like over the last 2 years. It has been kind of sad as a fan of Will Smith. Because I do think he's very talented in so many different aspects.
Their kids as well. Like those two are starting to kind of like.
Well, they're super talented too, but the thing is, they also like. I do think like Jada has, in a lot of ways, found a way to make Will at least look really bad, and this doesn't help because it was And then we've got. I don't know, just the fact that he was laughing at the joke, then you can see she's upset, then it cuts away, and then all of a sudden he's upset. I don't know if he was uneasy, like laughing, like maybe he felt awkward.
Something just popped into my head.
What's that?
Is you remember I was talking about like Jada not liking Will Smith and like their relationship kind of being 50-50? I think that may have been why Will did it though too, because he wants them to know, hey, I still love her. I'm going to stand up for her. That just crossed my mind as a possibility. Like that could have been why he did it, is to make the people realize that, hey, she is still my wife. I'm still gonna stand up for her.
I just got sent the rumor that you brought up about Chris and Jada. There is apparently people reporting on that, so that may be more than just a rumor. Interesting take. We've got a couple other people that say Will, Team Will, not a whole no explanation, just Team Will. Someone says I feel like both of them are in the wrong, but two wrongs don't make a right, and there's always consequences. Then we've got another Chris. Everybody gets roasted at award shows. Why does the Smith family think they're above it? And yeah, I kind of agree with that a little bit. Other people said that, let's see, we've got one more I'll read here. Chris, simply unclassy. Will, unclassy on Will's part. It was a joke. Now jokers are going to have a tee off on stand-up watch. Yeah, I bet Chris Rock's next stand-up's about to be fucking hilarious after this. Like, straight up. There's no way. Now I probably missed some of the live chat, guys. I was reading other stuff. Let's see where we're at. Nothing's off limits for me, says Jordan. Way to bring race into it. What do we got in here? What are the dusting these balls? Who's Dustin? Okay, a lot of random shit. Will didn't do anything to the dudes who banged his wife, but slaps the guy for making a joke. Yeah, dude, I've seen some fucked up fucking me. I screenshotted a couple of them, dude, where I couldn't not. I saw this. There's one of let me pull this up real quick. What were you gonna say, Sherm?
iFunny featured right now is full of memes.
No more. You're not allowed to quote iFunny again. Okay, you're not allowed to say anything from iFunny. I said so. This is when I saw a comment someone made. The Smiths' marriage is open to everything except jokes. That's tough. Another one here is, imagine if Chris Rock would have responded with, "Damn, I'll be feeling that slap till August." That would have been. That's tough. That's tough, man. There's some good stuff. I mean, I feel really bad because I do feel like something is going on, and he's having he had somewhat of an episode.
There's something behind all of them. Like they all have something going on.
But Chris Rock now is a GOAT.
Yeah.
For the fact that he took that, I'm sad. I'm sorry we couldn't play the full clip because whatever, computer's bugging right now. But the way he like responded, the way he handled the moment, like he literally leans in because he thinks Will's about to give a joke to him, like say something, like a little clap back, like I get it, you want to come up and say something, like don't talk about my wife, whatever, make a joke at Chris's expense. So he leans in and gets the shit slapped out of him, and he called it. He said, you know, this is the greatest night on television of all time, like whatever he said, and he just he mumbled like one word, but then he just got right back to doing the show. Didn't break him. Like that's how you know he's being a real dude, and like
he's dedicated to his
he's
job.
a professional, man.
Exactly.
And that's where it bothers me even more, is like this dude was doing his fucking job at the highest level and made a joke that maybe you don't agree with.
Like the aimbot. Imagine like me, you, or anyone that watches this podcast trying to maintain composure in that situation. That takes a lot of like mental practice, and like it's not easy.
Yeah, I saw someone say
my first varsity start, I was tweaking the fuck out. I couldn't concentrate for shit.
This is a few levels above that, but yeah,
exactly what I'm saying. That was varsity soccer.
Yeah.
This wasn't national fucking television.
This is international television.
Well, exactly.
Zendaya's there, bro. You're gonna let someone slap you in front of Zendaya?
It started on TV. The internet ate it up, bro.
Zoe Kravitz was there. You gonna let someone slap you in front of her?
Wait, is that Lenny
that's
Kravitz?
I don't know.
Kid or something?
Is it? Is it? Oh shit, I didn't know that. She's Catwoman in the new Batman movie.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really pay attention. That's right.
But yeah, I'm not getting.
I just know the names. That's about it. Names and a couple of
saw
faces.
a similar. Joey says saw a similar one that says. Similar one was like, if you're this mad in March, can't imagine how you feel in August. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I saw one that was what the fuck did it say?
These are some good March Madness jokes though.
Someone said one that was like if imagine like Will did this when someone made a joke about his wife. Imagine what he would do if someone slept with his wife. And I was like, and it was like with this weird sound on TikTok, and it just was really, really funny and ironic. I feel bad for Will Smith in a way. I mean, here's the thing: I feel terrible for Chris Rock, and he is goated for this all time. But I do still feel bad for Will in the sense that I definitely feel like there's some shit going on that like he just doesn't. And I know people are gonna be. I had a lot of people express their opinions that were pro Will, and I got to some of those. I know I didn't get to all of them, but I respect those opinions too, guys, and just know this is just funny to me. This isn't, I'm not gonna die on this hill. I don't really care that much, but I would say I think the comedian being a comedian is okay.
Thanks for watching that last video, guys. Click right over here to see the episode in its entirety, or click over here to subscribe and check out all the other cool shit we have on the channel. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do it.